Hi everyone, welcome to Skill Boost, and today we are going to talk about the second part of the passive income series where we will teach you different ways of making money online without doing a job. All right. We were talking about blogging in our first part. All right, and in that we told you about the introduction to blogging, that how you can get started with blogging, what are the advantages of blogging, how much money can you make blogging, and the link of that is given in the description. You can check the first video out. This is going to be the how part. All right, so how you can set up your wordpress.com, wordpress.org accounts, and some tips for creating your first pieces of content. In the next video we're going to talk about money making on blogging. All right, so we'll talk about the different ways in which you can monetize your blog and how you can start making money from your blog. All right, so at Skill Boost we provide you with a lot of content related to entrepreneurship or self-employment or even advancing your career in your company, if that is. All right, so we'll talk about coding, data science, AI, side hustles, startups, entrepreneurship, and a lot of other things. So stay subscribed. So let's talk about the two platforms, wordpress.com and wordpress.org. All right, so in my last video I said that if you are not a very technical person, then you can go for wordpress.com, and if you are a bit technical person or if you want to get that kind of a flavor, then wordpress.org is the better deal. All right, so let's talk about wordpress.com. So you just have to go to this URL wordpress.com, the link to which is given in the description. All right, and then you just have to sign up, make your account, and then there will be a few steps where you have to design your theme. You'll have to pick up your theme, your blog name, and all of that stuff. All right, and then you can set up your blog. All right, so it's a very simple process. It's a step-by-step process. It's just like creating your Facebook account or something like that. And so you'll have to pick up a few photos and design your blog, which is pretty simple. Like it's literally you just have to click on design and you just have to put photos and text there. It's very simple. All right, so that's not a very big deal. It's basically self done. All right, now let's talk about the second thing, which is wordpress.org. This is a bit complicated. So wordpress.com, speaking of the plans, so on the free plan of wordpress.com, you will be able to select a name. For example, if your blog is called let's say Acad Boost, which is my blog, then it will look something like this. All right, it will be free, but it will look like this and you will not be able to monetize it. All right, but if you are willing to upgrade to the premium plan, which I don't recommend, because if you are upgrading, then you can rather go for this one at a cheaper price. But still, if you are not technical, then you might want to do that. So in that case, you will remove the WordPress and you will get something like this for a free payment, and then you will be able to even design more. You will get access to more themes and more features, and you will even get ability to monetize your content. All right, which you can do later on, but this is again very easy, but you just have to complete the payment and it's done. So this part is it was not even a part of the video, to be honest. Now let's talk about the real part. All right, the second part, which is setting up your wordpress.org account. All right, so wordpress.org is basically a functional, it's a content management software. So what that means is that it is able to manage your content for you. Now if you want to put your blog online so that people can watch it, then you will need to put it on some kind of a URL. All right, for example, www.facebook.com leads you to Facebook website where there is content of the Facebook site. All right, so similarly for this you need two things. You need a domain and you need a hosting. All right, so what are these things? So domain is basically the web address which you will choose. For example, www.youtube.com, www.acadboost.com. all right, and all of that stuff. All right, so this is the domain. Hosting is like what? So if you consider a home, then a home is a plot, which is the domain where it is located, and then it has got the house. So that is the hosting. All right, so your content will sit inside a box on the internet. All right, from where it is fetched to other users who are viewing it. So buying that box or that property where your blog is hosted is called the hosting. All right, it's the computational power and the computational storage where everything of your blog will go. All right, so there are various sites which provide this. All right, there is Bluehost, there is Hostinger, there is HostGator, but I have tried a lot of services, and based on my experience in India at least, I would say that GoDaddy is the best way to go. All right, the reason why I say this is because I have been personally using a lot of different web hosting and domain services, and some of them are pretty cheap, and GoDaddy is somewhere in the middle range. It's not very expensive, it's not very cheap, but the service of GoDaddy is really good. All right, the interface and everything is really nice, whereas I have gone for some really cheap services, and because they are cheap, their service is really poor. Right, the site gets hanged at times, and and it's a lot of hassle. All right, so you probably don't want to go for that. So I would recommend that you go for GoDaddy. Yeah. That's the name. So you can go to the description where we have linked the GoDaddy for domain and hosting sites where you can buy, or where you can make your account and you can buy your hosting and domain. Alright, so again, buying this of course comes with a cost, alright, but this is free. Alright, WordPress.org by itself is free, the content management software is free, you have to pay only for the domain which you get. Alright, and I think it's a good thing because people anyway want domains. For example, I have got a domain called www.kalpitvirwal.com, which is my name. So I mean, people want to have domains, right? Domains are a good thing to have. So you anyway want it. So I think it's a good steal because you're getting the software for free. So on GoDaddy, you just have to go purchase a domain and a hosting. And this leads to another option, that on GoDaddy, there is also an option called Managed WordPress, which is becoming really popular these days. So basically, this will be a place where GoDaddy will host your WordPress for you. Alright, it will automate everything which you will have to otherwise do for yourself. It comes at an added cost, but it will be very similar to this program. Alright, so you get a hosted plan, you get a hosted WordPress, but at a less of a hassle than your previous one. Alright, and you can buy the plan according to how much traffic do you assume you will get. So if you get, let's say, 1 lakh visits, then you will per month, then you will have to pay more, because then the hosting charges are really high. Alright, because to hold, so it's like if your house has got 10 people, then you will need a bigger house. And if your house has got only 1 person or 2 person, then it will be a relatively smaller house, something like that. So your hosting charges will increase depending on how much traffic you get. But I think it's alright, because if you are getting traffic, that means your blog is also generating money. So you won't have to worry about it anyway. And domain is just a name you book on the internet. So it comes at a cost which is relevant to the importance of the name. So if you want to buy something like www.house.com, then it is going to be very expensive. Or www.google.com, it's going to be very expensive because you'll have to buy it from someone who is demanding a higher price of it. But if you are buying something new, let's say www.pqrsabcd123.com, then probably no one wants that name, right? So you will probably get it for relatively cheaper prices. So you have to choose a domain name which is very easy to pronounce, easy to remember, and it's available for cheap. So it's a difficult process. So for example, AcadBoost I was really lucky to get the domain AcadBoost for cheap. No one had booked it, surprisingly, and it's a really good sounding name. All right, and your name should, so a few tips on the name. So your name should be something which is easy to remember. It should be something which is not very complicated to write, and its pronunciation and writing should be similar. So if someone hears the word, for example, AcadBoost or SkillBoost, they will instantly write SKILLBOOST. They will not write something else. Alright, and the names are very catchy and easy to remember. Plus they convey what we are trying to do here. Alright, so SkillBoost is all about skills. AcadBoost is all about academics. So it's conveying what the meaning is. So it should be short, simple and sweet. It should be cheap on GoDaddy or any domain hosting site, and it should convey the meaning of your product or your blog. Alright, so those are the things. Alright. So on GoDaddy, you can buy a domain and hosting. Then you can go to wordpress.org. Alright, and then it's a bit challenging stuff. It will take 4 or 5 days for even an experienced person to do this at times. So you will have to download the software from here. Then you will have to upload it on your hosting site, and then you'll have to do a bit of setup and all that stuff. So there are online videos, so they have a complete tutorial on wordpress.org as well, where they will teach you step by step how to install your WordPress and how to get your blog live. So it's a bit tricky. It's not easy. All right, so you can try that, but don't worry about that. I mean, that's just a one-time cost. All right, so you just have to spend that amount of time for once. All right, then it's very easy going. Now a few tips on buying your thing. All right, so here you don't have to pay anything unless you are doing the premium plan, which is fixed plan. So no explaining here, but here and here I have to do a bit of explaining of how much money to invest into buying your domain and hosting. So if you are very serious about blogging, just think about your career for maybe 3 or 4 days, alright, and decide how serious are you. If you are serious, if you are not serious, like you just want to try out stuff, then you can probably buy a domain and hosting for 1 year. But if you are willing to, let's say, put really good amount of effort into it, then you can buy even for 3 or 5 years, because they come at a much discounted rate. Alright, so you get up to 50-60% off at times if you buy for extended periods of time. But it will still cost money, and you might end up giving out 10 to 15,000 rupees if you buy for, let's say, 3 or 5 years, right? and anyway your requirements will increase as you grow because you will need more hosting and stuff like that. So try to book at least for 1 year period is what I recommend, and 1 year is a really good amount of time because in that you can earn enough money to that such that your hosting charges will not be as significant as your revenues. All right, so you can buy 1 year plans, or if you want you can even buy 3 or 5 years, but 1 year is at least a minimum I recommend. All right, so this will set you back by maybe 5k rupees if you are buying a very cheap domain name and you're buying a simple hosting pack. All right, about what kind of hosting will you need? So I would say that you can start with the cheapest one because you won't expect a lot of traffic unless you already have a traffic somewhere else. All right, so I already had a traffic on a lot of other websites, so I had to buy a bit expensive plan. But if you are, let's say if you are just beginning, then you can buy the cheapest plan because you will anyway not get many people in the beginning. All right, about managed WordPress, so you can estimate the number of people you can get and they will give you a plan according to that. So if you have, let's say 30,000 visits per month, then you can buy the cheap plan. All right, it will set you back by maybe 300 per month or something, which is also a good deal. So my personal recommendation is that instead of this, you can probably go for this. All right, because this is like they will anyway cost you money and this will be much cheaper and it will provide you with much more functionality than them. Plus it's more automated. Plus it's got a GoDaddy and you will have a good domain name and all that stuff as well. All right, so I would suggest you go for this or you go for this. All right, this is a bit complicated, this is a bit easy, but it involves more money, and this is a bit this is complicated but it's cheaper. This is not complicated but is expensive. All right, so this was about setting up your WordPress.org. Go to the documentation, they will provide you with details on how to exactly set it up. Now some tips for content. All right, so before starting out to write, you will have to decide on what you exactly want to write. All right, so now eventually what you want to do is that you want to have an audience and you want to sell your own products to them. All right, so for example, in my case, I created a blog related to education, and now I sell my own courses on my educational blogs. All right, and that can be a pretty big deal. I mean, this blog which I started is now incorporated. All right, I mean, we've got a lot of other entities, we've got our own platform as well, and a lot of websites have started this way. All right, a lot of educational companies and a lot of fashion companies all started out as blogs. All right, and then they became huge companies. So you eventually want to pick a niche such that you can form a very big brand out of that. So some of the biggest industries include fashion. All right, because you can eventually start selling your own makeup products or dresses or whatever. You can start a blog on education because educational blogs are in very high demand all across the globe, especially in India. So you can pick, so if you have cleared any exam, for example, I was really good at JEE and I was also studying computer science, so I started to blog about those, and now we also offer courses for the same. All right, if you are, let's say if you are into fashion, if you are decently good looking and stuff like that, if you can model and stuff like that, you can start your own blog, fashion blog. A lot of Instagram influencers started out as fashion bloggers. All right, so they now also sell their products. For example, Kylie Jenner is a very big example of this. She is a billionaire just by selling her products using social media. So that is very similar to what fashion bloggers do. All right, so you can pick that niche. You can be a food blogger, you can be a travel blogger, because on travel blogs you can put this Make My Trip and OYO and all that affiliate links. All right, so you have to pick a very big market and you have to pick something you're very passionate about. All right, so these are some of the biggest markets. You can do some more internet research, but I would say education, food, fashion, travel, photography, and even this thing like how to make blogs. The niche of how to make blogs as a blog is also very successful. All right, so these are some very high paying fields. All right, so you have to do some internet research on what is something which is very high paying, what is something in which you can launch a real product which can earn you, let's say $100 or $1,000 per customer. That is what you eventually want, because in 3 to 5 years time you will have to do something like that. All right, and you also get a lot of affiliate commission on these products which I told. So there are a lot of makeup companies and online education companies which provide affiliate bonuses, so you can try those niches out. All right, but most importantly you need to be passionate about what you're choosing. All right, if you're not passionate, then you will probably not like it as much. All right, because this is a long term game. You cannot do it in 1 or 2 days. It will require at least 1 to 3 years, all right, to make that kind of money which you want. All right, so that was one thing. Now you want to post something which will be relevant even after 5 years. All right, that is my first tip. So try to make a lot of content in the beginning and post it in regular intervals, like post every 2 days, 3 days, and share it on some social media. So you should create some social media platforms like your Instagram account, Twitter account, Facebook, whatever, depending on your niche again. So if you are fashion blogger, if you are food blogger, if you are travel blogger, then Instagram accounts are a must because you can share your pictures over there. If you are in education, if you're into education, then YouTube channel is a really good way, alright, because you can put some videos on YouTube because a lot of people study on YouTube, which is what I did, alright. And you can, and Quora is again another emerging. If you're a career blog, then you can make a profile on LinkedIn, alright. You can start sharing your post on LinkedIn, alright. That is one thing which you can do. So link your social media accounts to your blog and try to make content which will stay relevant even after 4 or 5 years. So don't make something like fashion, so there are two types of content, one which is relevant right now, one which will be relevant forever. So for example, top fashion trends of 2020. If you are making a fashion blog on this, then it will stay relevant only for, let's say, the first few weeks or first few months of 2020. Then it will become irrelevant. But let's say if you make a blog on how to dress for your farewell, alright, your class 12th farewell, then it will stay relevant forever. Whenever someone is viewing something for class 12 farewell, so it will get a peak during your farewell periods whenever they are conducted in your country. So that's the point. Did you get it? Alright. And there are some things which are forever. So for example, how to make, let's say, how to make pizza, alright. So now people make pizza all the time. Every time of the year there is someone making pizza, he will do a research on how to make pizza, and he might come across a blog, and that is again an evergreen blog post, alright. So you want to post all kinds of content. The first one, the ones which are relevant right now, give you peaks, alright. Then the other ones which are evergreen give you long-term following, alright. So these are some tips for content, and the most important tip is that don't get discouraged. It will take at least 1 year, 6 months or something like that for your blog to start getting some real traction. So until that, please wait. It starts growing exponentially really fast, alright. So for example, my YouTube channel has started growing exponentially only recently after an effort of 1.5 years. Before that, it was kind of linear or hodgepodge kind of growth. So please be patient. You will get success, but you'll have to wait, alright. So I explained about setting up your WordPress.com. Alright, you just have to go there, register and start blogging for free. And then I told you about your WordPress.org subscription, alright. So WordPress.org subscription, you need to buy a domain and a hosting, and GoDaddy is really good for that. You can go there, the links are in the description. And you can also buy a managed WordPress on GoDaddy, which is I think better than this, alright, because of a lot of reasons. And I think the most important thing for you is to book your domain really wisely, because your domain is going to be the one which is being remembered by customers, alright. So even if you switch to, let's say, some other platform someday, that you switch from WordPress.com to WordPress.org, if you switch to GoDaddy, but if your domain is still the same, so you could have bought a domain acadboost.com on WordPress.com, let's say, and if after 1 year you decide, oh, I need to move somewhere else, so you can buy that domain on GoDaddy or somewhere else, and then you can go over there. It's not a big deal, alright. But let's say if you change the name of your blog to something else, so here if it was, let's say, study.com, and then you later change to acadboost.com, then people will get confused and your blog will suffer a lot, alright. It's a very, very bad, it can be even a blog killer. So be very careful in choosing your name, and my recommendation is that book a real domain on GoDaddy and then do stuff. Don't go around doing all this stuff. It's not good in the long run. So I hope you like this video. Again, a long video. Go to the part 1, link is in the description. I will describe about blogging again in another video, in which I will tell you how to monetize your blog and some more tips on how to market your blog. Alright, so this is a very huge series. It's on passive income. I will tell you about YouTubing. I will tell you about freelancing. I will tell you about even about placement interviews and all that stuff. I will even tell you how to start your business and how to start selling your products and all of that stuff. So thanks a lot for watching. Please consider liking the video. It helps us a lot, and it helps you by featuring our videos in your YouTube feed if you liked us. And don't forget to press the bell notification, subscribing. Thank you.